Welcome back. Welcome back. Well, as much as I love listening to it, welcome back. And I will be sharing with you the new advancements of what has changed. So I'm going to be loading my latest save, which is pretty much recent. And the reason why is instead of, you know, showing you from the beginning, which will be taking a while, it will be kind of confusing, and also more importantly, it will be just taking too long to show you all the new features, all the everything's been going on. So I'm going to explain it part by part to understand what are the features, what's the current status of the product, and why the current delay in the video. And in no shape or form the product's being stopped. I'm just saying in a sense of why it took time to present this. So I'm going to go feature by feature, so not to confuse. This is the quest. So when you obtain a quest, and you usually get it from one of his patrons, okay, the quest will appear here, and based on the type of quest, it is difficult, of hard or normal, then it will stay here. All right. Each quest encounter will provide you bonuses, different kind of bonuses, and reputational bonuses. Okay, so this is the quest, and usually when you talk to one of this patrons, like this squire, he will give you a quest, and in this case, you know, forgotten honor, and it shows you that it's active, which pretty much is the truth because if you look here, the squire forgotten honor, and it's active. All right. I don't want to talk to him anymore because we know what's going on. So, and usually, depending on what the quest is, here as you can see, they're all new quests and they're available. And they're not really new quests, they're repeatable quests, especially tier 1 because they've been done. You can only obtain tier 2 quests once you've done all the tier 1 quests, which unlocks tier 2. All right, so that's why the tier 2 is also available. All quests are repeatable encounters. I like to call them more than quests. So, and each one, they give you new, and they, later on as things move on, there might be much more than just one or two quest encounters that they provide. All right, and the way it works is, let's say I'm gonna go. This veteran just gives you rumors, and usually there's an audio. Each patron character, unlike the many games that I've played, I like reading but also listening, and they have audio. So let me just play it for you because I know this background music.
So raise your glass, let spirits fly beneath the old and watch.
We struck something beneath the crystal veil, and now the cave breathes.
Breathes?
Walls shift, floors pulse. Men step in and never step out.
What caused it?
A liquid core, alive, and something at its heart controlling it.
Seal the cave.
We tried. It reopened.
Who?
Well, it would be nice to take the quest, but sorry about that. Let me show you what happens if I do take the quest, but I'm not going to take the dialogue now. I'm just going to skip everything. We're going to accept. So here's a normal, okay? This is a normal, and this is pretty much what you gain. It tells you retire and reputation, this experience, and it tells you what you see the experience. It tells you what it is for. It's used for upgrading your cards. And gold, well, pretty much currency used for buying potion items, etc. Upgrades also, because you can upgrade your items, except accessories. Trophies, this is the level up progression for your character. So, this is the kind of, you could say, the XP for your characters to level up, but you obtain them only by completing quests, encounters. And so this is hard, and hard pretty much gives you much more reward. And as you can see, this it tells you what it is. And more importantly, later on, again, the UI will change a lot. It's the futures. So, and that's the main focus, the futures, and there's going to be bugs, but in the end, I want you to see the beautiful futures that there is. So once you accept the quest, and I'm just going to show you for now when you go in. So let's say this one. So let's see the video. Each one has a video of their own. Okay. Because it's a tier 2 quest, obviously, there is 2 levels to it. So once you complete this, you go right into it. Another thing, a new feature, I'm kind of jumping here a little bit, all over the place a little bit, so follow me through. There is a new feature, which is pretty much you gain as you level up your characters. You know, they get the mulligan card, and anyone who has played a deck building game knows what a mulligan just allows you to re-roll the cards that you got, and pretty much you can see the cards you got here. If you don't like them, you could use the free mulligan and it will pretty much give you a new set of cards. Also, another thing, a new feature as you level up, and I believe you receive this at level 4, you get something called sorcery cards. Okay, I don't know if you could see very well and read what it does. But just think of sorcery cards as bane and boons, or boons and banes. So they give you kind of a risk and reward kind of thing. So in this case, just to give you an example, I'm just going to read it to you if you cannot see it personally. This is ongoing, so you can activate it at any time. Destroy randomly a number of monsters on the battlefield equal to half your threat level, minimum 1, and after doing so, you lose a number of rounds to play equal to half of the monsters destroyed, to a minimum of 1, and of 1 round. Sorry, and threat minimum is 3, so it kind of stabilizes your threat at 3, which is kind of risky. But again, there's the reward, right? So you're pretty much destroy monsters here, but with the risk of pretty much losing several rounds to play, and more importantly, your threat being so up already on a base level. So instead of being 0 at base level, as you can see here, it's going to be, and here it says, information shows the current threat level. It will be 3 instead. So let's use it just to show you. So you can see, there it is, 3. All right, and it's active here, and you could activate it any time. So let's see, there you go. And it destroyed pretty much, well, half of that, well, pretty much is 1. So it just destroyed 1. I don't know if you saw that happen, but it was right there. So that is freaking awesome. Okay, so the other features here, is maybe because I'm in the battle, so just to show you. So you can pretty much see now instead of just the monster icons, you can see the monster information and their name. And this one's called the Oozers. Each monster, or I should say most monsters, have abilities that they pretty much put into effect if they get the destiny dice, which is usually, if rolled, that's what will occur. And this is obviously the Saints card. One thing I want to tell you, as things progress, things might evolve, but overall, this is pretty much as it is. So I hope you like what you see as things progress. This shows you what's your current, threat threshold. So if you ever pass this or equal to it, well, things are going to take to a darker turn. I'll try to show you what happens when that occurs. Now, another thing here is that a new type of health potion. There's different type. There's the one that only heals 2, and this is the Vitality Plus potion, which heals 4. Now, for the Saint, this is their current passive skill. So they need to roll this Destiny dice, like this one. If they roll 1 Divine, the Rusted Hammer will cause that they get 1-1 threat. Very important. You can never go below this. This is your minimum now, if you follow what I'm saying. All right. So let's play a little bit. But I'm gonna skip now the Saint, and we'll go to the Mage. So let's see if we could get something new. I'm going to use this again because there's another thing that I want to show you, but it didn't appear. So let's skip this. Let's see, the barbarian gets it. No, but we're going to use, as you can see, there's another sorcery card here. I don't know if you saw that, but let's see what happens here. And oh, yes, it has. At level 5, you obtain the free action card. What the free action card does basically, well, it allows you to take a free action after your current turn. I don't know if that makes sense or you understand, but basically, after the barbarian, which I'll show you, takes his turn, he will be able to, if he uses the free action, he could save it for later. He could take, the free action, but there's a penalty to it. So if you click on it, you'll see what it is. It says, warning, all monsters and leaders except bosses, which will be a big penalty, on the battlefield will recover 100% of their missing vitality when you use this free action card. Okay, so let me run into them and all the way right here, and I'm gonna go and use the free action card right here. So just to show you, so I'm gonna end my turn, and what do you know? It's the barbarian's turn again, and he got new cards because basically he was out of previously cards. So I want to use the berserk, which pretty much makes me more dangerous, but I take damage for using it. And luckily he has a health potion. He's going to use it later. And I'm going to use this to show you a little bit of an attack, etc. So I pretty much give you the opportunity to see what he does, and he is deadly. I'm just going to show you a bit more of an attack. You can see his rolls, and you roll for each enemy you fight. And here you go, as you see, choose your destiny. He unlocked this. He rolled a primal. And how do you know that? You look up here, okay? And you'll see that after the fact. I guess it shows you the result after the fact. Oof, massacre. And here, it takes 6 damage, cleave, but cunning. Well, oh yeah, here it rolled the primal. So that's why. So the primal was for this target. But anyways, I just wanted you to see that. And we're going to do one more attack just to show you how it is. This one does 2 separate attacks. So unlike cleave, where it cleaves and rips right into 2, this one will allow him, Frenzy Strike allows him to attack 2. Different. And I did bleed again. Okay, so here I'm going to use this again just to show you. And okay, so now there's 2. There's a sorcery card and the free action card. I want to show you something. When you get a critical hit, you do, 2 damage. And when you do critical miss, what happens is you take the damage and you also lose one of your hits. So it's a penalty, a serious penalty. Rebirth, this is different. Gain vitality equal to the number of cards in your discard pile. You also gain threat equal to half that amount. Again, it puts your threshold at minimum of 3, but let's use this. As you can see, 3. And let's use it. Let's see. Activate. I guess I don't have anything. Okay, and let's use this. Oh yeah, this is the knight. So the knight didn't do anything, so it shouldn't be anything. And reached the threshold of 6. That's about it. I don't know how, but basically when your threshold does hit, that's something I wanted to show you. You see there's Gloom 1. So that means there's 1 card of yours is locked up. That's what happens in Gloom in this future. So Gloom will lock one of your cards, etc. Now, as you can see, the Barbarian has, basically when it ended the turn, it locked 2 because its threshold was 7. So in this case, there's 2 cards. So if I end my turn, this will turn to 2 because now I'm going to get penalized for not taking care of my threat level. Right now, only a 1 card is locked. But if I end my turn without handling the current gloom status, that's what's going to happen. Well, it should happen. Oh, it didn't end the turn yet. Sorry. Because I just used the card. Sorry to confuse. Then, because I used the free action card, I got a new action card and pretty much everything unlocked. But there is a bug obviously here. And let's leave here. I think it's kind of clear. The difference between Tier 1 encounters and Tier 2 encounters, Tier 1, there's only one battle. Tier 2 encounters have two simultaneously consecutive battles. So, and whatever damage you have from the first carries into the second. So this is a Tier 2. You see? Tier 2. This is a Tier 1. So Tier 2 will require you to do 2 battles, so it kind of tells you what kind of tier it is too, so that you know. Now moving on to other things. I'm going to go to here. It tells you what quests you're currently, have open and which ones you have accomplished, right? This is all, which Tier 2. I've done this Tier 2 already, but you can repeat encounters. Now here comes the achievements. Let's go to the completed. It's categorized, which is nice. This is all the current achievements there is. There's going to be much more, at the start and much more as things progress. For completed, as you can see, these are the ones I completed. And cleansing, let's see. So this is the current. It tells you the reward that you get for each one and which ones you unlocked. So you unlock this one, I already got that. And so let me show you something which is kind of neat. I'm kind of jumping here, customization. Okay. So I don't know if you noticed, but now this is default dice everybody starts, but this is one of the dice I unlocked, the purple energy type. So there's others to unlock. There's other rewards. This is your inventory, pretty much. Well, I don't have anything going on there. The anvil is pretty much a place where you upgrade the cards or the pretty much weapons and items of all your characters. So it's very important to note, as you could see, what can be upgraded is always weapon and armor and a shield, but never an accessory. Okay, and helmets are considered as accessory. So as you can see, the shield can upgrade, but if you try to upgrade, it says nope. So I need to complete all the Tier 2 quests to unlock to the next upgrade. So, which I didn't complete all the Tier 2, but as you can see, it tells you that. So you need to complete Tier 2 first to unlock Tier 2 upgrades. Okay, and you can see the benefit of pretty much, you don't know the base one, but you can see pretty much the results here. And now moving on to your character, very important, you can see the level, you can see the class. Okay, and here it tells you need Tier 2 trophies to pretty much move forward and level up. Advanced classes where you're not there, but the saint becomes a Kabbalist or a purifier. Kind of neat. Can't wait for that. Upgrade cards, this is all your cards. This one obviously cannot be upgraded. That cannot be upgraded, but I want to see any cards that I didn't upgrade. Maybe I could upgrade. Oh, that one has been upgraded. Okay, here. So just an example. So this is one card. I'm going to upgrade it, and it shows you what the benefit is. It highlighted in green. I don't know if you can see it. Again, the UI will change. I think they should be much bigger and clearer. Anyways, the card designs are going to shift and change. It shows you range gain +1 damage, and here it's +2. So yes. And here you see the card much clearer, because this is what pretty much you... let's see if I could do another one. Again, here you can see the range is kind of clear there. It changes to 2. Okay, so that is pretty much working and beautiful. And you could scroll down, you can see all your item gears, and you can see the new gears that they have. And this is the weapon. This is accessory at the start of each of your turn. If your vitality is less than your maximum, roll 1 destiny die. If you roll a primal, you gain 1 vitality up to your maximum. All right, so this is so nice. This is what she starts with. Let's go to the shop. I hope you notice all the features and what has been done, and everything's working, and it's beautiful. So only you could talk and try to get quests with him. Sorry, I didn't return that quest. You see that? See now I returned it. It's gray. You cannot repeat it, but you see it told you delivered the quest, which was amazing. It's good I was able to show you that. I don't want to talk to you. We could sell things to you, and I don't want to sell it for 1 gold. Obviously, I'm losing money there. And let's say buy, and right now there's so many. Again, very important. There's some items which are not here because once you buy an item, except for potions and consumables, once you buy a gear like a helmet or an accessory ring, etc., you cannot. The shop won't have it. It's a one-time item. Okay, so you got to be really strategic to which character you give it. All right, so this is the some of the items that are remaining, and some are class specific. All right, and just to show you some of the items. So this one, when you are struck and will take damage, instead you lose gold. And in this case, I have a lot of gold, so it would be better to do. This would be a great item right now to equip. All right, but it has no effect on bosses or leaders. So this is just good against monsters. In tier 3, you might get a better version of this. So it's very important that some of these items will be, there'll be much better version than them in the later tiers, and there will be much more items. When a boss or leader is defeated, you pretty much gain 2 gold, and it shows you the costs on the card and pretty much says right here. I want to show you something also very important. It shows you here. This is pretty much your tavern reputation. All right. So it shows you right here your tavern reputation, the gold you have. So you pretty much have 50 right now. All right. So, and the reputation later unlocks. You'll see, and you could unlock it when you're in tier 1, depending if you pretty much secretly, it's something that is one of those unique secrets that is not revealed early on, but once you do unlock it unlocks the pretty much something special, which I don't want to reveal now. So those are all the features. I'm pretty much working very hard on it, and I'm doing much as I can, and art and everything. And if anybody wants to help, and more importantly, be helping me, that'll be amazing. I hope you like what you see, and more importantly, I hope you like the advancements. I'm looking forward to the next to show you what I've done, and as I'm still working on many things. I'm sorry for this being a short and very straightforward video. At some point, when I begin the bug testing phase, which I'm pretty much 2 months away from, in my opinion, because all the character classes are going to get revisited and altered and modified. And so it's very important. Each one mechanically works differently. Like the knight, I don't know if you got a chance to see, but the new advanced cards and new revision that I've done is knight will be more focused on defensive skills than mixing it up with attacks and everything like that, while the barbarian will be savage but weak on the other sides, and the mage will be OP, but at the same time it will have certain things that are going to make it very fragile. And then for the saint and the thief and everything, and there's the bard and the archer, which is still not revealed, but those 2 classes are very soon coming around. So there's a lot of things coming up. Any questions, please post it on the bottom. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching. And I hope you like Tavern Legends. Let's listen to a little music. Oh, sorry.